all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black Hot Fire Radio. And you're listening to Yes Massive. Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning to the Pan-African Bliss Show. With your host, Aladdin Joey.
Wait a little, Machupa. Wagwan people, karibuni sana to another beautiful episode right here on the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. This is the media of the 21st century, and of course, I'm your host, JOBY. You can call me that every Tuesday and Thursday because you know what we do tonight on the Culture Show. But karibuni sana. This is the Pan-African Blue Show, and of course, we get to discuss matters affecting our African people, our African continent, and countries. Where, of course, we know we have pathetic leaders who have ensured things will not run as they are supposed to. But with the awakening of our African people, things are actually starting to take a shift and things are changing, and we're looking forward to see actually nothing but revolution, and that is our hope and our theme right here on the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. Karibuni sana once again. 23 minutes past the top of the hour. Today, Bet Safaricom decided to ensure our internet is not working. I don't know what's going on. There's a whole lot of things actually happening in the country. We're supposed to be having the third deputy president of Kenya, regated or being actually sworn in, and this is actually bringing a lot of controversies. So many debates going on. We have the deputy, who is the outgoing deputy president, who actually has also spoken about his life being under threat. Rumors have it, of course, trying to understand the political schemes. We don't know if this is true or if truly, the president actually is after this outgoing deputy president. It's a whole lot of things going on in the country. Again, like I said, we have Adani. Remember, Kenyans have been protesting, and especially the Jomo International Airport. Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, that is our main airport here. The workers have been demonstrating because, of course, the Indian company that is about to take over for the next 30 years. And this is very alarming because we saw a statement that was released, that was during the weekend, that after this company takes our airport, they shall be actually taking loans from the IMF and the World Bank under and using our name, not their name. They're going to be using the Jomo Kenyatta International name, as we Kenyans are the ones taking the debt. So we can see our
Then it doesn't make that doesn't make sense. That means listen, you got to go ahead and Ruto's got to be thrown out of office. There's no reason for you to. There's no reason if they're taking loans from IMF. Then what's the business? Then you could have did that yourself and keep your airport. That don't make any sense.
Exactly.
Wow, this is absolutely crazy.
They have failed to explain all this. But Karibuni Sana, of course, we have Mr. Black Hot Fire in the building. But before I get to introduce him, Karibuni Sana once again. Today we shall be focusing on Uganda president, one of my favorite puppets from East Africa. Museveni was actually congratulated Ibrahim Traore for the pharmaceutical industry. When you talk about Burkina Faso,
not this moron. They gotta celebrate because he's the only one you see. If you get a leader, young man there who's actually leading for his country, see everything almost overturning on overnight. No IMF knows, no nothing. Everything's getting built, and they're a poor country, and all that stuff is gonna make them rich. You know, I support no. Go away, moron. Go ahead, Joby.
I'm really sharing that. What he had to say, and of course the plans that also Ibrahim Traore has for this, because there's a tweet he did where he said after it emerged that foreign pharmaceutical companies are secretly sterilizing African women so as to control the world population. Burkina Faso has just announced to establish the establishment of its first ever pharmaceutical production company. That was actually October 18th this year, and already like we've seen our African leaders, taking loans, pocketing the money. They tell us, we spend this amount of billions of money to actually actualize this project. So it's really, really crazy. We shall focus on that as our main conversation. And also, when you talk about the world population, which has of course been controlled for the longest time in different ways, we also see that was during the weekend. Also, the WHO declared that Egypt has become the first country to actually become a malaria free. And of course, this is
Big shout out to Face on the beat, by the way. The Black Hot Fire Radio, and you're listening to.
yes, welcome to the Pan African Glacier. Sorry about that. I bet today our internet might be, I don't understand what's happening with the internet, but I will be confirming because also the caretaker was calling me earlier today, uh, asking me about the internet whereabouts and all that. So I don't know if it's the whole country affected, but I hope we shall be running the shows smoothly with our data and all that. But karibuni sana once again, everyone who's live with us on Rumble, on BitChute, everyone live with us on the show page, on Amazon, on Roku TV, on Apple TV, soon coming on Android, and of course to everyone who's live with us also on YouTube for the first time maybe, and everyone on Twitter, kindly subscribe, follow us. And before we get to move on, I'd love to remind you, once you've subscribed, ensure you have our application. It's very easy for you to find. If you are an Android user, it's very easy for you to find us on the Google Play Store. Black Hotfire Network is the name of this amazing platform. Search for us. It takes 1 minute of your time to download the app. Once you have it, actually, you can be able to listen to the shows on the radio application, which comes with the radio itself. And of course, on the upper left, you're given the chance to explore the page. You log in using your username. You could call yourself your favorite username. You could be a mosquito, you could be a general, whatever you like calling yourself. Once you actually have that, you can able to also see us live on our show page, where the shows also are running live every single day. So in case you're not able to stream live on YouTube, you can listen to the radio or maybe come on the show page. That's the best thing of having the application. And also ensure you check out our Black Hotfire Network sports store. We have the apparel store and we have the sports store. So ensure you click on the sports store first. Your health is your wealth. That is one thing we love saying, and why people will not educate you that. Especially with how our system has been created, we're not taught that our health is our wealth. This is why you see Africans have literally shifted from on the organic food to non-organic things, and you don't even know what you're eating today. But to cleanse all that, to cleanse your body, we have some amazing vitamin, minerals, proteins, amino acid and blends, beauty supplements, food and beverage, and also some natural extract, all at a very affordable price. We have some vitamin D, that D3, that is $19. We have some green superfood, $35. We have some complete multivitamin, goes for $32, and some energy strip, $28. Get yourself energized, get yourself some vitamin D. If you're not getting enough sunlight, get yourself some green superfood, and of course, keep your health wealthy. We also have some beauty supplements. Keep your lady, your side chick, your sister, your mother all hooked up. Get them some alpha energy, which is very affordable, $40. You also have some brain and focus formula, $39, and also some conjunctive support, goes for only $29, and some colon gentle cleanse, $35. Ensure that you're working with some amazing glowing skin and healthy stomachs. We also have amazing coffees that is under the beverages. We have some Manuka honey coffee, $59 only. We also have the mushroom coffee fusion, which is actually made from the lion maize and mixed with the chaga, $36 only. We also have the hemp coffee blend, medium roast, $32, and also some Brazilian blend, $31. Like kids said, if you can't get yourself a Brazilian woman, get yourself some Brazilian blend right here on the Black on Fire Network. And last but not least, on our natural beverages and amazing organics that we
That's
have.
a Brazilian. That's a Brazilian African woman, guys. It's not a white Brazilian, an African Brazilian. Let me quantify that. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we also have some
All
lion
right.
minced mushroom under our natural beverages, which go $3. You also have some honey goat weed honey. And imagine, ensure you get this. Your man, your woman is not living. If you've not been having enough energy, get yourself this energy strip combined with the honey goat weed and work it out, And you put a ring on it. That's what's up. We also have some turmeric gummies, that is $22, and some sea moss, very affordable, also at $25. That is all under the Black Fire Network sports page. And ensure you check that out. And in case maybe you don't want any of this, your health is also doing amazing. Ensure you also purchase our amazing merchandise. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have mugs, we have bags for your side chick, for your lady. Ensure the side chick comes number one, before the wife, whoever keeps you most happy. I believe it's always the side chicks majority of the times. Because just from talking about marriage and how, just from talking about marriage right here, and how women make somehow they end up, how why they end up being cheated. It's because you're no longer an enticing woman. You stop dripping up, you stop, looking good for your man. Now you look like someone who has 10 kids. You're no longer looking
You like
cute.
you look like that woman that came and bothered Joby at the house.
You
And
know, like
Joby had the nerve to say, "If your man looked at me, he be gone." Wow,
yeah,
wow.
and so ensure you have all those amazing organic and purchase for your ladies some amazing beauty supplements, even some coffee. Let her drink some organic amazing things. And also, you put your man on, don't be left out. Put your man on, keep him energized, keep the whole thing going on, the same thing that made you guys keep, fall in love. Keep it burning, don't stop the flame, don't stop it. But as we started our today's conversation, of course, like I said, we shall be starting with the Cameroon president who is back in the country. Quite very amazing, because Keith had said he's dead. Keith, why are you a liar?
They said he did. They said he died, Joby. They said I just said Paul. They said Paul Clear died. I just put what they said. They said he died. He's alive. He's in Kenya.
He's back in his country. That is, let me
Oh,
check very quickly what they're saying. They're saying after 6 weeks long absence prompted concerns over his health and whereabouts, the Cameroon president Paul Biya has returned to the country. On his arrival from Geneva with his wife Chantal Biya, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, the 91-year-old did not speak to the public, but he did wave to supporters gathering nearby as his card
there's
for the
no
public.
supporters. There's probably some kind of clone. Or some kind of clone going on. He don't got no supporters. Can nobody stand this wicked ass? Afraid to support us all phony. He's a no good, dirty puppet. Been there for 50 years. The country's in ruin. He's a moron. His wife's skin bleaches. She all messed up in their head. You know, this how Africa's been taken over. Well, no, that's how Africa's never got free of colonial power. He's a no good 30 puppet. Cameroon is poor, backwards, and fucked up.
Yeah, because I shared his history and we saw how he started actually very well. When he was being trained to become the next president or the next either opposition leader, because I did share his video that was 2 weeks ago, and he started off a very well. Like just majority of the leaders, they always start so good, and then once they understand how this system is, and of course the white people, when they see you can be easily bought out mentally because it comes from a very poor place. That's number one.
They
Paul
all
Biya comes
do.
from
They
a
all
very
do,
poor
Joby.
place.
They all, they all
So
do, Joby.
yeah, he immediately just changed things from how he was taught, and declared dictatorship, changed a whole lot of things. From the country was actually, he changed, I think, from republic to, was it a republic? It was a democratic to a republic. I'm not sure. I can't remember the whole detail, but I shared the video on my previous show. If you can check it out, it's a whole topic of the Cameroon president, his history, what he did. And I do agree, maybe he doesn't have supporters, but trying to understand the African mentality, just like Ugandans. Not every Ugandan thinks Museveni is a bad person. Not every Ugandan actually knows the history of how Museveni ended up being a president. Just like
They know that
Ocean,
they've been
they
there
don't
so they know that they don't know the whole. They might know the whole deep history. They know he's no good. That's why they out there protesting his ass. They scared to protest. They know he ain't no good.
yeah, but I'm just trying to say, not
Yeah.
everyone. As much as we might have the majority, and when the media is trying to speak of the supporters, we won't lack those one, two, three supporters who are just damn drowned in the brain and don't see anything further from who Paul Biya is, apart from being a dictator. I'm trying to use an example of Museveni because you saw, apart from the fear that has been instilled on the people, for them not to come out and protest, you'll find that those people are still speaking positive, maybe about Museveni, who don't see
Of
anything
course,
wrong.
because they're scared. If you say anything negative, see the guy says
Have
negative. What did he get? The guy who said something negative about Museveni. Would he get 10 years in jail?
mm, damn. In Kenya, we have that is Jomo Kenyatta. The history known of him is he was among the freedom fighters.
It's
But
a lie.
if you come to people who know the real truth, he was a traitor. So it's always two
Exactly.
sides of the coin. Two sides. It's always like, I'd say, two sides of the coin with a leader. There are those who are on the positive side. There are those who are on the negative side. Those who understand what's going on. Those who do not understand what's going on. If I'm explaining it very well. But yeah, he's back in the country. Shall be seen if he shall be making any statement maybe anytime soon. But trying to understand again, right now the cloning of even the leaders and entertainers, how we've been seeing it happen. I believe it's very possible if the Western powers want to maintain his status in the country as the president till maybe a certain time, till maybe they announce his death. If for real is death, they could have cloned, or they possibly might have cloned someone. The video I was to share yesterday of Kamala Harris. I don't know. Could we be having two Kamala Harris? Because the video was showing this
Of
Kamala
course.
Harris was, it's like a
Two,
mask, someone wearing a mask,
two, two,
it's
two, three, 4, 5. Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, so I believe it is very possible with his return. It could be maybe not the Paul Biya window, or the Paul Biya whose health, of course, um, was very, very bad. A 91-year-old who cannot even understand when he has sermons, when he has actually summits to attend, when he has meetings. He's like, you didn't tell me we have a meeting. Because I remember I was very shook when I shared his first video of seeing his movement. He doesn't even
You,
know how the
he's too old to
country.
be the president, but only in Africa you'll get some shit like this because the Europeans put to keep him in power. They keep all these morons in power. I think the Equatorial Guinea president like 85, 88 or something. The Europeans keep these morons in power.
Mhm.
His cognitive ability, he needs to come and get some goddamn cognitive support at Black High Fire. His cognitive ability is already gone.
True.
He's an actual moron.
It's crazy. But when you talk about power again, a reminder of the history that took place. That was, I think, 2 years ago, if I'm not wrong, either 2022. That was 2022 when we had this Pakistan journalist who was killed. And we've seen for so long. Of course, we discussed this. Even right now, as we talk, there's confirmed death of 13 people right now in Lebanon. That is after Israel again bombed the place, and we still have our African people who are stuck there. Kenya actually claimed that, if you can remember, I did report, they claimed to have spent 100 million Kenyan shillings in on evacuating the Kenyans stuck in Lebanon. And their words was, we have 25,000 Kenyans stuck in Lebanon, but only 1,500 are actually yelling for help. But why can't we actually just evacuate the 25,000, all of them, then see what we can do later after everything has
Yeah,
settled down?
we ain't getting nothing because you don't got any power. That's why.
Exactly. Talk about power. That is where it comes in. Where Africans have always been, again, it's the insult, like that guy said, it's always insult, disrespect when it comes to African people. But other people,
Yep.
they are the ones who are put on top. Because make it make sense.
Yep.
How many African people do we have them killed, even right now as we talk again, in Lebanon, in Qatar, in Dubai, in other countries that we can't even see, and the news won't give us information? So many are dead, and none of their families have been reparated for the loss of their family members. Those who have actually been killed even on purpose, because majority of African people are being killed on purpose. Even those who are crossing all the way from
Yeah, some of the
countries like Tunisia,
Mediterranean. Yeah, Mediterranean.
going to Italy, all the way from Nigeria, going to those countries. Exactly. The caps, it's all something that
Because
people
be-
planned, because nobody has
because
ever
your
gotten to
leaders
provide a good goal South
because
Africa.
your leaders have no power. Your leaders so this will become the truth. Get that dumb shit Camus be saying. This
Mhm.
one you're gonna go to truth. Your leaders will seem like morons. They know they're all puppets. They know they're stupid. They know they don't have any power. So I told you, power does not respect weakness, Joby. Africans are considered weak, stupid, and backward. So we tell you the dynamic of power. Power does not respect weakness, Joby. So that's what happens. And why you get nobody helping you, nobody talking to you decently, nobody doing because power does not respect weakness.
Yep. hmm So we have this Pakistan family which has been awarded 10 million Kenyan shillings for the murder of the journalist,
I
and
told you he's
this
gonna get
of
his
course
money.
comes. Mhm. This comes in after 2 years of course, investigations and all that, and the settlement has been done. We have so many Africans, even till to date, who are in their own African countries, have not been given even a dime for the lands that have been stolen, for their health being actually damaged, for the British training soldiers who are actually in our land, raping, bombing our lands. None of these people have been reparated, like not even a single shilling to be told, I'm sorry, we're gonna see how we can help you in the next coming years or in the next coming future. So it is so sad to see, and this should be very alarming to us as African people. This is not just all about, this is not because it happened in Kenya we should be concerned. Because it happened in Kenya should deal with this. This is an African problem that we should actually be very
This is
concerned.
Exactly. This is African problem. Nothing to do with no Kenya. They got bases all over Africa. It's the same shit all over Africa. Not an African
Exactly.
problem. I mean, it's not a Kenyan problem. It's an African problem.
Exactly. It is crazy. But as we get to move on to the next conversation, is about President Emmanuel Macron, who is, of course, supposed to make a state visit to
Now we know.
Morocco.
Now we know without shadow of doubt. We all know it, but it's been proven now. Shout out to people who did the research. I said a long time ago that Emmanuel Macron's wife is a man, is a trans man. Okay, this is
Wait.
what they've been pushing, what the elites been doing, trying to fool like Barack Obama and all that shit. His wife, that man, the trans man. He met Barack
Wow.
Macron when he was a kid, a 15-year-old boy, 13-year-old boy, whatever he was. Played with his booty holes, beat That's a wife is a trans man. Okay, this is what the elite Jays are doing all over the planet. What they're doing. So, Oh, it's crazy.
It's a
Go
trip
ahead.
which aims to turn
That's
the page
crazy.
on 3 years of strained relations between the two countries.
All this, that's crazy. Now, now you're about to
Yeah,
make me think about all these married politicians. Like,
yeah. That's you. Better. Yeah, Joe.
who
Yeah,
are
that's
they
what.
sleeping?
Yeah,
Who are they sleeping with? We think they
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
don't.
I know. Right in front. They playing with you. They playing with us right in front of our eyes. Sorry to irritate. Right in front of your eyes, Joby. We
My
know for
God.
sure they look. We know that his wife was born a man, Joby,
Wow. Crazy.
French
for
President
a
Emmanuel
fact.
Macron will make a 3-day state visit to Morocco, the Moroccan royal palace announced on Monday, which it
Look at her,
described
Joby.
as a
Look at her
reflection of
coming
the
out there.
depth of
Look at her,
Yeah,
him
I'm
coming
collaboration
off that
and
plane.
a deep
yeah, I'm looking at her. She's the one with the white.
rooted and solid partnership.
That's,
Yeah.
that's right.
It comes after France laid the groundwork for a revival of bilateral relations in July, by voicing its backing for an autonomy plan proposed by Morocco for the disputed Western Sahara, marking a shift from its previous stance. That came after similar changes from countries including the US, Israel, and an increasing group of African countries with which Morocco aims to bolster trade ties. Macron described the plan as the only solution to a decades-long dispute over the territory between Morocco, which claims it as its own land, and the Algeria-backed Polisario Front,
Disputed.
which says
All
it is
these two
incapable.
white people that are in Africa. Both these bastards are goddamn invaders. Those ain't real Moroccans.
True.
Those are invader white hair, white Turks.
True.
Eight. Tensions between France and Morocco had spiked when France cut visas for Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia in 2021. Restrictions were later lifted.
It's
Naming all
crazy.
those
All
white
these
African countries.
discussions.
Uh,
Mhm. And still, these are discussions that still go back to us as Africans, because nothing that these people do, especially the invaded countries, because we've seen them declaring very loud and clear they don't want us there. Tunisia
oh,
president has been loud enough. We don't need it there. They even, I remember that I shared a video that was so sad. Him ordering his people to kick and beat even pregnant women.
yeah, they put them in the desert to
Anyone?
die. They put them in. They send them out. They send them back to Sahara to die. Exactly because they took those countries over, Joby. They don't want. They're not. That's why you had. That's why I teach you and Katie. You guys had to learn. You think that you see the fact is that the education system's so bad. I was talking to Dr. Tata. You ain't know who your enemies are. You're like, oh, those are African countries and those are African. No, those are not African. They're in Africa, but those are not African people, and they don't like African people. Those are invaders who stole those countries, and they hate our ass. Right here in Morocco, too. Don't call us
Yeah,
no
I do.
African.
Hmm. Yeah, I do believe, again, like you said, with the collapse of Europe, again, this all discussions, that's what I'm saying, this whole discussion still goes back to us as African people, because everything they talk about, so far I've understood, the agenda and the focus is Africa, because this is where the majority of the benefits are, to keep them running, to keep their bullshit
Yep.
going.
Yep.
It's all about the countries. There's no relationship that they have that actually has benefited us. The president we have there is
Yep.
not African. You see the soldiers, no African person. It's Morocco. It's crazy. It is super, super insane. But I do believe and hope Ibrahim Traore is gonna be taking over. Like you said, it's gonna have to come with the help of other African countries for us to be able to actually capture the rest of the countries. I feel like with the gear of the alliance Sahel state, if they keep their army strong, and if the army actually grows strong enough, these
I,
countries can be
I,
overthrown.
I would,
These presidents can
I would
actually
invade, Joby. Exactly.
be ousted, and
I
we
would.
can again
That's what I would
reclaim
do.
our country.
Yep. That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
They can be claimed again, because Ibrahim has really he has the move, he has the key. I don't even know how to explain it. Vision. This is not a drunk person. person type of leader, is not a traveling leader, is not a materialistic type of leader, is all
No,
about the people and the vision. To the
he's
point where
about
I see
he's
he has the
about
possibility
real
of influencing
he's about
Nigeria.
he's about real development and real Africa. That's why they want to kill him. That's why they want to. That's why they keep trying to kill his ass because he's not a goofball Museveni. He's not a goofball Paul Beer. He's an actual leader. He's not saying, "Oh, look at my big shiny car," like all these African morons are. This is about me. Look at my shiny car. Look at my shiny house. All this childish shit because these niggas are childlike in the head. The children. That's why they're easy manipulated. Like this moron you about to put. You don't know this moron's like a retarded child. This idiot here. This slow talking buffoon. You wouldn't leave this dude the manager of a KFC, let alone a whole country. Go ahead, Joby. Joby froze. There, Joby. And the funny part, you got to call these morons is excellency. All these morons got to be called excellency, excellency, all of them dumb as dirt is excellency. Sound great. Countries all backward, poor, starving is excellent. Excellency in what?
Ibrahim should think of how. Pardon?
Go ahead, Joby.
Can you hear me?
Now I hear you. Go ahead. Now I hear you. Go ahead. Now I hear you, Joby. You there?
Very well. So I'm very happy with your plan. The plan of that's our big. That was our.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Are you back? Okay.
Yeah, I was saying Museveni is aligned to people how he has been trying to build a pharmaceutical industry, and I'm like, you've never even dared to do anything for your people.
We're trying to be in the pharmaceutical industry. This moron's been in power for 45 years. I ain't talking about this crazy talk. You've been in power for 45 years, dude. Longer than most people have been alive.
Let me tell you here.
We are moving very
I was
well.
in I was in literally elementary school when this guy came to power. I got grown kids. I was in elementary school when this dude came to power. I've grown up, had kids, and they gone. And this motherfucker's still in power. Man, you better get out talking crazy. Go ahead, Joby.
The plan of that's our big. That was our. We have been struggling.
Can't stand
For a long time.
stand these puppets.
One of our oldest factories, the quality chemicals. Oh, they have been struggling to sell to Zambia, to sell to even East Africa.
Literally, because Africa itself, what is he saying that they have been struggling to sell drugs to Zambia and other countries? Africa has never, number one, learned how to trade. These leaders have failed to actually ensure the African countries are trading amongst each other.
Exactly, Joby. Say the truth. They failed. They're failures. Exactly. And no one. And you talking about all these drugs you did, moron. How you gonna sell the goddamn Zambia or Tanzania when you, moron, had the mask and the COVID shit and everybody knew China Magafuli knew you know what the hell you were talking about? Who would trust you to send them any drugs? Who would trust your slow talking moronic ass? As far as no drug, nobody getting no drugs from you. You see how fucked up your country is? I'm getting drugs from you? No, I'll pass.
Very messed up. This is the same country that failed. If it's not Uganda, I think it's South Africa. But I think Uganda is also one among the countries. They're saying they're struggling with selling drugs to other African countries, but it's the same number one African country that is so quick to push in lockdowns. Like even right now, when we had the monkeypox,
Exactly.
one
Exactly.
among the first countries to be very scared. It is one among the countries that actually had dozens of VSCINEs that have expired
Exactly.
from the
He
COVID-19.
he had to do it because the IMF, you know, it shows the IMF, same people the VACCINEs told his ass he better do it. That's why he did it. That's why you wouldn't
And
buy shit from this moron. He's a no good dirty puppet. He won't care about your damn life as long as he lives.
now he has a huge debt of amount to pay because whether you use the VSCINEs or not, whether they expired or not, you as a country you took it under loan because that's what I've understood. These VSCINEs are not for free. It's not help we're being given. We're being given a death penalty and at the same time a loan. You're being loaned your death.
Just crazy. Wow. Imagine.
So
Wow.
It is insane. Let me finish up what he has.
your plan would work very well. Would help us. Offtake. The offtake would stimulate production.
The offtake will stimulate production. The offtake of what? He's not even understanding what
Exactly. Ain't nobody buying. Listen, moron. They know you're a puppet. They know they're puppets. But they know you're stupid. They're not buying any drugs. Kenya's not buying no drugs from you. Okay?
Literally, no one is buying drugs from Uganda. Museveni has done nothing for the Ugandan people. This is a country you look today, you know, even I'd say Papua New Guinea is kind of better without that civilization.
Damn.
You know, this is a country full of this is a country full of civilization, a country that has had a leader for the last 40 plus years, but nothing, not even a road, not even a good airport, not even better schools, nothing. He has done nothing but just deploy police
He's done
officers in
nothing.
the country.
They don't remember. They don't even own that. They don't even own the airport. Remember? They don't own the airport. Joe, remember the Chinese own that. Chinese own the airport. They don't even own that. Chinese own that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But this the nigga that want to sell. But this the nigga that want to sell you drugs. No, nigga. No.
Yep. China did take over. That was the international airport. They actually denied that was this year in August. China came out and denied that they have not taken the airport. Where they say the Ugandan authorities have denied reports that the international airport in the capital could be given away to China. Of course, they love protecting the lies they have sold to people. They're gonna, of course, and people are dumb. They're gonna follow them as usual. You know,
they got denied because it's so. They got denied, Joe, because them giving us a strategic. No one gives up their main airport, just like Kenya. No one does that. They know they got to deny that, Joe, because you look like an absolute moron on the world stage. This is what these African men are. They're morons. You don't got Ibrahim Traore. That's why he looks like the man he is. Everybody wants to get around him because he's young and he's the real thing. He's the one building they're building a brand new airport in Burkina Faso, Joby, that they're going to control. Oh, not with Chinese help. They're building it, Joby. Out of their own money. They're the ones building a new one. And just like I think it was
They should, because
it wasn't you. I think it was there's a video going on how they've already produced so much food, Joe, but they don't know what to do with it because remember the other African countries are trying to put sanctions against them. They produce so much food that they're trying to give it away to other African countries. Burkina Faso. There's a video where they produce so
yeah,
much food, Joby.
that's amazing. That's some positive news, unlike what we
Yeah,
see on when you talk. This is crazy when you hear an African country is actually has inflation of food or drought or actually
exactly.
anger. There's food shortages here. Just in few months, it's been few months
A few
since
months, Joby.
Ibrahim
A
actually
few
purchased.
months.
Yeah, he
Those
purchased
those
the
tractors.
tractors, the
Those
milling
tractors.
tractors.
Yep,
Yeah,
that we're talking about.
he employed people, and immediately the production has started to the point where it's
It,
ready for supply.
yeah, like it's more than they can have. It's like, Joby, you're in Africa. You got the best land on the planet. Should nobody be starving in Africa, Joby?
This is the reason why I get mad every single time when we talk about agriculture, because it doesn't make sense,
Yeah,
Keith. This Ibrahim Traore is a very good example of what we're capable of. But people are
exactly.
being dumped down on the brain, being told, come to the city, we're feeding you genetically modified maize. You leave the village alone. The next minute you go back to the village, the same people have control of your land now.
That's right. White people in the air just swoop in. These stupid niggas were taking all this. Exactly.
When I went home, I had my stepmom speak about how there is
Yeah.
6 acres of land and they want to sell it. And I'm like, hold on, that is from where I think our mom was married, or our mom's place. I'm not sure.
Oh, so your
So
dad
she,
got control of it? Like, no, no, don't you sell that.
yeah, I'm like, why do you want to sell? Because I asked her, like, why do you want to sell the land? You guys can actually produce some trees here and start selling the
Exactly.
trees, or you can do farming, start, being
They're
the
they're
suppliers of
not
food.
they're not as smart as you, Joe. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta understand when you outgrow. You gotta understand your parents are not as smart as you. You just gotta understand that.
It's crazy, man. It is crazy. But shout out to Ibrahim Traore. That is some positive news I've had there. That has made my heart really very happy.
Yeah,
Like,
I was saying the same thing, Joe. I was like, wow, they already harvest all that shit already. Has it been a
amazing.
few months? They were showing they made sodas, they made all other kind of food out of all that food they had, and it's just too much. But since all the other countries have sanctions against them, there's nowhere to send it. They said we'll just give it away to like Benin and Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire and other countries because we already gave some to Mali and Niger. So we got that's just in a few months. That's how Africa is, guys.
Oh, man. If I believe if we're not careful in the next maybe 5, I'll give it 5 years. If, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, but starting to with Burkina Faso to be specific, this is gonna be one amongst the richest country. South Africans
Definitely,
can go to
it will
work.
be.
Like,
It will.
this is gonna be the one amongst
it,
the richest
it,
country.
it will be, Joe, because exactly what you're just saying. They're now designing a modern city. They now building everything. Exactly. That's what's going to be, Joe. And that's why they got to kill his ass.
Exactly.
Because,
But you have no debt, you're not dependent on anyone to build your
nope,
things.
nope.
Everything is literally loan free from the scratch to your
And then
own materials, to your
your own
resources.
material, Joby. But then also, Joby, you also bringing your own people to learn. Your own people are building. You're not bringing the Chinese people. Your people are building it. Your people are giving these education to learn how to do it. Your
If
people.
Burkina Faso makes it, and then we have the activists, we have the African youths who have been watching what has been going on in this country. I hope this is gonna actually make people be so
It will.
so
Gonna make a
mad.
revolution. It
Yeah,
will be.
and
It will because you have a collective consciousness, Joby. It will make other people, Africans mad. They said,
it will.
yeah,
Yeah, it would fail to make sense when we question these puppets who have been in power and
exactly.
refuse to step down. How is it that a country that has been actually under attack
And
of the terrorists for the longest time has been able to claim independency, because that is what it claimed, independency, withdrew from all these fake organizations, and now is doing
exactly.
things on its own, and has been able to become the fastest economic growing country in Africa, because that's what these
Exactly.
countries become with
Yeah,
agriculture
Joby,
and
because
everything.
remember, all the African countries are held back by the Europeans. They're stealing the money out of Africa. So now with him showing that if I get rid of these fake organizations, the AU, the ECOWAS, which are fake, and now we actually have control, Joby, not fake control. I'm not a puppet. We have real control over our country. We decide what we're going to do. Then Africa's always going to rise to the top, Joby, because everything's in Africa. You're always going to rise to the top. Always. You've always been on top, Joby. We've been artificially put on the bottom. But now when we start taking over shit, you're going to rise to the top because everything is in Africa. Shit, the best food can be grown there. You got all the material you need to create manufacturing, to do whatever you need to do. It's there.
That's
You
true.
just teach people how to do it.
And that's why, that's what I'm saying. That with Burkina Faso growing or its growth, it should make us the youth question these other leaders, point fingers on them,
That's what's
make
happening.
ensure they are actually held accountable for not doing what they were supposed to do. Because I believe every every president who has either been in power and is no longer a president, but they have been on that line of. But if you've been on the political line and you have wealth, we're not just talking about wealth. We're talking about billions. You own planes, you own cars, you own lands.
Exactly.
We need accountability. We need you audited. We need to check you the same way they're doing right now with the deputy president of Kenya. I was looking at the debate and I was so lovely. That was on Wednesday. Oh my God. The debate was, the lawyers were so crazy and just on him. We need answers. How is it that you have billions of acres of land? How did you get this money in just 2 years? You have billions in your account and you've just been serving for 2 years. Where did you get the money? You said you're gonna do this and this and this. Where is it that you delivered? We have opened projects that have been launched, but there's nothing to see. And you claim you've spent this amount of money on a hospital. It's not there. Enough of this bullshit.
That's all of them, Joby. They just wanted to get rid of him by doing that because they wanted to get rid of him. He's a sacrificial lamb. But they're all doing it, Joby. They're all stealing. They're all doing it.
True. All of them. They are all stealing.
But see, the thing the thing with Kenya is that you got enough youth now. No, they're not the parents and they're not the grandparents. Go ahead, Joe.
Man, Kenya is becoming our country is something. Man, even us ourselves, we get astonished by our own people. Trust me. Like you wake up, you see Kenya's doing things. We ourselves, we get astonished. Like, man, Kenya is just another place of its own. But I love my people. I love my country. I love Africans. But we got to wake up. It's not like all of us don't have the mindset, don't have this smartness, the ability to do things. It's the leaders we have. Those are the problems. It's not even us.
True.
The problem. It's not even us.
The current president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, is leading a bold project to create an integrated pharmaceutical park in his nation. This achievement is a crucial step in
he's making pharmaceuticals himself.
More employment.
Exactly.
Nation's healthcare system, expanding access to reasonably priced, locally made medications, and promoting economic growth in West Africa. An integrated pharmaceutical technology park in Koko, Logo, is being developed by Ibrahim Traore. Africa's largest pharmaceutical technology park will be located here. Africa has never seen anything like the magnitude and technology planned for the park.
Not this bullshit we have here in Africa, starting from Ethiopia.
Exactly right, Joe.
Africa control of diseases. What is it controlling? Controlling nonsense and people. That is what they are controlling.
As Traore want to discontinue bringing in medications from other continents, he has now introduced the technology necessary to produce the medications that Africans were previously forced to acquire from elsewhere.
Exactly. It's not going to hurt you. Exactly. Forced to take somebody else's shit in because they were making you guinea pigs. Understand that? So now you make sure you take control of your own health as an adult. Go ahead, Joe.
In Africa and create them. It's also rather wonderful. The project is now underway after the land and all of its components were acquired. Let's head over and you may observe the
And
project's
that's why they
current
want
state
terrorism in
control of
Africa.
It's astonishing. No other African leader has taken such an action. Coco logo features the Pharmaceutical Technopole project. Examining the year's worth of activity is the technical group of the Interministerial Technical Monitoring Committee. The 2024 inaugural session, production of medicines.
And then
One
the
of the
funny
main
pause
objectives
that.
of this pharmaceutical park
Only
is to lessen
Ibrahim Traore is
Burkina
told the
Faso's
damn diaspora. Pause that, Joe. Only Ibrahim Traore is told the diaspora in Brazil, America, come home, help us build. Come home. We got you. Come home and help us build. He's the only one said that. He told you from Brazil, Jamaica, America, Africans, come home. Help us build. Because no one wants you to do that.
Yep.
He said, come home, help us build. Yeah, everyone. Done that tribal shit. He said, come home, Africans.
You will not hear Kagame, Museveni,
Nah,
as much as
hell
Kagame
no.
is not tribalistic. You will not hear him tell African
hell
people,
no.
come to my country, do this. Yeah, it's a lie.
Reliance on imported drugs. Burkina Faso, like many other African countries, has historically relied on the importation of pharmaceuticals, which drives up the cost of healthcare and restricts
And
access.
this is so amazing. And this is why, again, patience is very important when it comes to also a leader. Because I remember I myself, I was questioning these three countries when they, I think there was a certain outbreak, I think of either cholera or something. And then they went back
don't
to
take time, Joe.
Exactly. So
that's don't take time.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. So that's why I'm going back to saying it is really, really important for us Africans to also have patience with this kind of leaders that we have. Allow them to execute, because
Exactly.
unlike Vasa, we always say we give this other coons time, but there's nothing they're doing,
Nah. We can't get nobody no 45 years like a Museveni talking about his medication shit he been doing. You been there 45 years, nigga. Please shut up.
Exactly. As for him, as much as he went, because I believe it was a one trip with them relying from the WHO, and then immediately you can see they came back with a backup plan of, hey, we need to stop relying on this, because this is actually keeping us in more debt the more we keep on asking for these medication from outside.
For its citizens, the park seeks to address the nation's demand for basic medications, such as cures for TB, malaria, and other common illnesses, by establishing local production facilities. Collaboration and integration at the regional level. The pharmaceutical park is not just a national endeavor.
This brings in knowledge and it brings in jobs for your people.
Yep.
Unify pharmaceutical manufacturing throughout West Africa in order to combine resources, knowledge, and market access. Traore envisions promoting regional collaboration. This strategy is consistent with Agenda 2063 of the African Union, which highlights regional integration as a catalyst for sustainable development. Burkina Faso can benefit from economies of scale and raise the standard of locally made medications by working with other nations. Job creation and economic diversification. Burkina Faso's job creation will be greatly enhanced by the establishment of a pharmaceutical park, agriculture and mining, especially of gold.
Because he has taken control of the minings. I mean, this guy is doing amazing.
Yeah, everything. The mining, he said they build a new mines, but they will control it on. His people will do it. Not Chinese. That's it. Oh, I'm African. I gotta have the Chinese and other people control everything, and our people still be poor. None of that dumb shit that these morons talk about. As a young man, we're Africa. Everything, all this stuff belongs to us. Our people will now be educated to do it. We're going to get wealthy. Not the Chinese, not the Europeans, and damn sure not the East Indians. We're going to be rich. You come from the richest goddamn part of the richest damn empire that ever existed. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, all that shit was part of the Mali Empire. Senegal, all that shit. The richest empire that ever existed in world history. God damn it, you take it back.
Period.
Exactly.
Historically
Unapologetically
played a
African.
major
Mm-hmm.
role in the nation's economy. These industries are, nonetheless, frequently exposed to environmental issues and changes in world prices. The pharmaceutical sector offers a chance to boost economic diversification, provide high-paying jobs, and lessen poverty.
Yep.
Thousands of direct and indirect employment in pharmaceutical production,
Direct and indirect. You are the
R&D, quality assurance, and supply chain management are anticipated to be created by Traore's program, increasing healthcare resilience. The COVID-19 pandemic
And with
revealed the
Joby saying that's why they want to kill him. Because this gonna raise other Africans around the era. Hey, how's he able to do this? And these puppets ain't done shit. He's a danger to white power. That's why they keep trying to kill his ass.
Very, because trust me, if this country, like you can hear, this is now the largest in Africa, the largest pharmaceutical industry in Burkina Faso, and you can hear they're locally producing their medicine. If it hits to the point where actually Africans now will even start and stop going to India for cancer treatment, for diseases that we can actually control right here, it's over. It's over for these puppets. It's over.
No, yeah. Well, you found the cure. No. They said that it's going to be the largest in Africa, not Burkina Faso, in Africa.
Yeah, I said in Africa. The largest pharmaceutical industry in Africa, to the point where it can start treating cancer patients and other diseases that have been impossible. It's gonna be that's gonna be a threat of.
Well, all these puppets have been flying to Switzerland and France and England for their care. Ain't built shit.
Exactly.
Ain't built a damn thing.
International supply networks, especially in the medical field. During the epidemic, several African nations experienced a lack of basic medical supplies and medications.
Nah, they didn't need them damn supplies.
Healthcare system more resilient to shocks in the future by building up indigenous production capability. By reducing the nation's risk to interruptions in the global market, the pharmaceutical park
they're scared Africans. But you know what pharmaceuticals really is? That shit they've been giving you. Watch out, because you'll start learning what's actually been going on, and you'll start getting the actual cures. They don't want the cure. They want to treat shit to make them. They've been giving you treatments to make them well. It's been actually a wealth scam. Yep. When you start doing your own pharmaceuticals, you go back to Africa and say, "Oh, this cures this." See, as an African, you don't think like a psychopath. You're looking for the cure, not to constantly make money off someone's back. That's why they never wanted you Africans to have pharmaceutical companies. Okay? Because they don't want to cure shit. That's the scam.
Sure. Well, let me wind up this one as I wrap up the show.
Supply of necessary pharmaceuticals, promoting research and innovation. Ibrahim Traore's pharmaceutical park will act as a center for medical research and innovation.
Medical research.
Enhancing public health. The park's contribution to the local manufacture of reasonably priced, superior pharmaceuticals will enhance public health outcomes. Due to their high prices and restricted availability, life-saving medications are difficult for many individuals in Burkina Faso, especially those who live in rural regions. The burden of illnesses like malaria, HIV,
Africans, you will learn when you start now, because you'll start studying, that we're different biologically. You're going to start learning some really shocking shit. That you're not like white people and Indian other people. You're going to learn biologically you are different. And you're going to start learning some real shocking lies that these white people have told you. It's going to fuck your mind up. Okay? That's what you're about to find out. That you've been taught in complete ignorance. You're about to find out that the African body is the most superior body on the planet, and that you're completely different biologically. You're going to see this through your study, and you're like, what? Yeah. And white people are scared to death.
Tropical diseases will be lessened by local manufacture of important medications, which will also make them more inexpensive and accessible. President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso led the effort to establish the pharmaceutical Technopole project in Kokologo, which is a calculated move to support regional pharmaceutical industry. The Kokologo initiative aims to lessen the nation's dependency on imports by increasing the supply of reasonably priced, superior medications. Burkina Faso's pharmaceutical industry is to be strengthened and its healthcare facilities improved. For the long-term economic and medical advancement of the nation, the Technopole project is regarded as a pillar, an important step in revolutionizing Burkina Faso's healthcare system and economic growth. Is Ibrahim Traore's proposal to create an integrated pharmaceutical park, in addition to improving access to reasonably priced healthcare and generating thousands of employment. The park has the potential to lessen the nation's need on imported medications. Burkina Faso is also positioned as a regional leader in pharmaceutical research and manufacture. Notwithstanding the ongoing difficulties with worker capacity, regulatory changes, and infrastructural development, the advantages of the pharmaceutical park much exceed the hazards. This effort has the potential to serve as a model for other African countries that aim to enhance their healthcare systems and economy through domestic pharmaceutical manufacture, provided that it is backed by robust government backing, strategic collaborations, and investments in education and training.
Yep, so that's the video over there. And shout out to Burkina Faso. Big up to Ibrahim Traore. I'm really proud of that man. Like, even if he had 10 wives, I don't mind becoming the 11th because he's such a responsible one. That is such a responsible man, a visioned man, someone who knows what he's doing. He's just not making decisions like a damn drunk ass person, and pardon my language. That is what basically we've been having with Museveni. That's why you can see him coming out and congratulating.
You got of course, you got Africans like him in every country, Joe, but they're just not allowed to come to power. They're not allowed to come to power. You don't see it because all you see is the bums that's in power now. But you got Africans like him in every African country, but they're not allowed to come to power because the European is not going to allow them to come to power. That power's got to be taken, Joe.
Even they need to be their role, like
well, the women are going to start demanding better men.
You need me to your roles as a woman. That's what women we do. But anyway, as we get to wrap it up with today's conversation,
let me say one thing, Joey. Let me say one thing, family. If you listen to the radio, we're off the radio, guys. I think the company's server has gone down. That happened like 3 years ago, Joey. Stayed out like a week that time. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the server's down because I couldn't connect it on my end. Shimani on her end, so the server's probably down. So I called them. Let's see how long it takes for them to get the server back up. But like I said, we're still on the TV stations. We're still on the TV, so you still can. So we're good.
Yeah, and on the show. But anyway, family, this I will be wrapping it up. Once again, I'll remind you, in case you're here and for the first time on YouTube or rather Twitter, kindly follow us, and also for you to stay connected because we get striked for this conversation, getting real. Having our application is the best option you can actually have. Our application, which is very in any Android device, Blackout Fire Network on the Google Play Store. If you're using any Apple device, www.blackoutfirenetwork.com is the way to actually connect with us. And you're given the opportunity to explore our page, sign in using your username.
I got it. I got to get to make new banners. We got to get rid of the word on the streets. We got to get rid of Katie's picture. We got to put Irritan's picture on there. It's been about 8 months, or 6, 7 months. So I got to get.
You've been changing with
Say it again, Jim.
You've been changing with your mouth, that's what you've been doing. We need to change and put it and put it.
I never said. I said it now, Joby. Calm down.
You've said that a couple of times. I think I don't forget things. I don't forget. There's some things I forget, but not everything.
All
But
right, all right. Well, I gotta get rid. I gotta get rid of the pictures of Katie. She's been gone for like 8 months. I gotta get rid of them pictures of Katie on there.
yeah, put our Iwat on
and
here.
put
But
and
family,
put airtime pictures. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna have Danny take some things of airtime so we can some new damn posts and shit.
okay. All right. But anyway, family, much love. Ensure you check out our sports page, BHFN sports page. Get yourself some amazing organic vitamins, proteins, amino acids, beauty supplements, food and beverages, and also some natural extract, all at a very affordable price. We have some vitamin D3, $19, green superfood, $35, complete multivitamin, $32, energy strips. Again, that is for $28. When you combine that with the honey goat weed, you got your energy all the way up. Ensure you also keep your side chick, your wife, your mother, your daughter, your sister all hooked up with some beauty supplements like the Alpha Energy that is $40. We have some brain and focus formula. Ensure they are reasoning okay, especially both your side chick and the woman. Don't get you for confused. $39. And also consecutive support, $29, and some colon gentle cleanse. Ensure there's no PD.
Also, family, I don't want to cut off Joby. If you got a problem, hold on, Joby. If you guys got a problem, there's a chat button right there. You got a problem with any order, there's a chat button down on the right hand side. You can hit it, and all your chats will come directly to me, so I can find out if something's wrong. Go ahead, Joby.
Yes. Yes, just on your right down there, you'll see the chat page. You can maybe make your complaints or any questions you have. We also have the Manuka coffee honey under the beverages. Ensure you check that out, $59. We also have some mushroom coffee fusion that actually is made of or from the lion mains and mixed with some chaga, $36 only. We have some hemp coffee blend, medium roast, $32, and some Brazilian blend, $31. Leave those white Brazilian women alone. Come for the Brazilian blend.
Please,
Right on
please,
the
please. Only African Brazilians, fam. Only African Brazilians.
Also, ensure you check out the natural extracts we have. We have the Lyle Mains mushroom, $33. Honey goat weed, again, combine that with some energy strips, and you're all energized. That is $33. And the turmeric gummies, $22. And the sea moss itself, and much more coming also very soon. And you can explore the rest, which is also under those amazing hot products of ours. Have yourselves a beautiful day, family. And of course, thank you so much to everyone who was tuned in. John Mosquito, I see earlier you were asking, has Ibrahim Traore been on the main news? No. Remember, actually, the three countries have not been. They
don't put them on no news.
Medias.
Remember, they don't put them on. Oh yeah. They're main. They got rid of. They got rid of the European media. But no, the world. Right, the world does not talk about him. They don't want you to know about him.
And if they do it in a negative way, talking about how many civilians they have killed, and on Ibrahim and all that. And also, see, you said earlier, I think he had his 18th assassination attempt last week. Damn, he's still alive.
He did.
He's doing great things. Shout out to that guy. But much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Asanteni sana for tuning in. See you guys on the Black Kings frequency.